You just listen to the old Pork Chop Express here now and take his advice on a dark and stormy night when the lightning's crashing and the thunder's rolling and the rain.
Whoopin' Psychodwarf 9 Script Actor Roll Tide Geely Chow Roll Tide The Clown Prince of Crime Shellback TJC Man Squatch! Southern Viking! Gun Bunny! Greetings Program! Dale the Derelict! Talk hard, Pops! Talk hard! Olds Gamer 72 Cutlass! Decay! Good morning, Valhalla! Greetings, one and all, and welcome to Mornings of Mischief's Taco Tuesday. I'm your host, Stone Loki, and with me is a special guest today. Mexican Iron Man is out until next week, so holy shit, it's me and Zero.
Oh my God, not just twice in the same week, but 2 consecutive days in a row. I don't know. Can you guys all handle it? Or are the good feels starting to wear off? Like, oh, this fucking guy again. But anyway, yeah, just filling in for Mexican Iron Man. He will be back. Miss you, buddy. So good morning, Loki. Good morning again, everybody in chat. It is wonderful to be here and to see you all again.
It's 12 minutes to midnight and a second 0 hour for the week. Holy shit, the world's coming to an end. Psychodorb 9 with a $5 super chat says, Loki sent you pics. Really? No assembly until my green stuff gets in. So today I am oil color glazing. I'm going to have to look now.
Yeah.
Usually when someone's like, I sent you pics, I'm like,
oh God. Abort.
a boot.
So I had to ask, are we going to get to a day where the show officially starts, you get live on mic, and all of a sudden your voice is just like,
no.
Because I mean, man, doing that guttural shit. Oh man. Yeah, that's got to wear on you.
No,
but hey, no, if not,
good.
that's cool. Snorter Poopus Cuber is asking, am I going to speak in a Mexican accent so the day feels right? I don't know, because I got a feeling I could probably butcher it and then no one would ever forgive me.
So that is what Psychodorp 9 is working on. So
that looks tasty.
That looks like a monster.
It does. Looks like, look at all the teeth. And it
look
looks like,
yeah,
from here, it looks like he's got a 6-pack too. That's
Oh my God, where did you put Mexican Iron Man? Mexican Iron Man is rushing to his tax deadline on Dead Ramen. He is rushing to his tax deadline and trying to get everything finished so he can make Valhallacon. So when he called and was like, dude, I can't make Tuesday, I'm absolutely sorry. I said, dude, don't worry about it. We'll figure it out. And Zero yesterday after the show was like, well, I got all week off. And I was like, cool, dude, would love to have you tomorrow if you can make it.
I'm thinking, okay, let's do it. All right, so I'm sorry today, man. There'll be no Mexican accents because I can't keep it up for a full hour. See, look, I'm already kind of talking French anyway. It's like, poussoir. Yeah.
Poussoir?
Poussoir. Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah. Just doing it the little Taco Tuesday style. Or we could go to Jamaica.
You sound like a drunk half French, half Mexican Razor Ramon. Hey yo.
Just looking to be the bad guy, man. Yeah. And you're right, Arwen.
You gotta go higher pitch, and you gotta, orale.
Orale, Canadian burritos are extra spicy, yeah.
So that's what you gotta do.
Yeah, I can't keep that up for an hour.
Yeah, Lori Roberts came down and deported Mexican Iron Man. Lori, if you're out there, we love you and we miss you.
We'll all be back. Yeah.
So, Lori was always calling ice on Mexican Iron Man.
Ice, baby. So. Yeah, but that's all right. We're gonna have a good morning. We're gonna have some fun. We're not talking about dragons, lies, deceit. Yeah,
a boot face.
We're gonna kick back and kind of just kick it old school this morning and just shoot the shit.
So I was watching the other night. I was watching Kickboxer with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Jean-Claude Van Damme. Yeah.
And some of that movie is like, wow, 80s nostalgia, kick you in the pants. And there are other parts of that movie where you're like, dude, why are you wearing the most girly fucking tank top I've ever, it looks like you're wearing a sports bra, bro.
Yeah.
It looks like you're wearing a sports bra. What the shit? And, he's talking to his brother and he was like, I saw Tompo. He was kicking the post like this. And you're like, dude, just a little overacting there, but okay. Are we looking at a lot of these movies through rose-tinted glasses?
I'm 50-50. I would say yes and no. Because like I was telling you before the show, there's plenty of stuff from the 80s that has aged very well, and they're still classics for a reason. There's also things that have not aged well, and I'm sure we'll get to some of those, that we don't look through with rose-tinted glasses. Because I myself can decipher what was good, what was bad, and what was so good or so bad it was good, and everything under that realm. When I look back at some of the stuff I used to love, and I say used to love because I realize it just really wasn't that great. But there's plenty I look back on that says, yeah, I'll still watch that or listen to that or play that any day of the week.
So let's throw out some movies. I need some movies from chat too, guys. Yeah. So I need some 80 movies from chat. I need some 80s movies from chat. I'm going to bring a couple up real quick. So Die Hard, absolutely. I could watch Die Hard today, and there is no like, well, that was so 80s or anything like that. maybe some of the haircuts, maybe Fabio being, an heiress, like, oh yes, I have these cigarettes.
Yeah,
you think I'd be
well. I mean,
Brucey, come here, give me a hug.
When it comes to that, I don't think you can totally fault a movie or anything that's in print in that realm for saying that it it's bad just because it's got the little kind of bad hairstyle or something like that. Because I mean, they're products of their time. But there's plenty that were made of their time that still hold up well today. So I don't think even if you just see one cheesy haircut or t-shirt or outfit, I don't think it really takes away from the sum of the parts, like the whole picture itself. You know what I'm saying?
Script Doctor brings up The Thing and pretty much anything from John Carpenter. I would
Mhm.
absolutely agree with that. Everything
Yeah.
from The Thing to Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah.
They Live, all of it. Yes, absolutely.
They
Yes.
Live.
And the soundtracks for those movies are like
Oh, yeah.
absolutely iconic soundtracks.
Absolutely.
Monkey Jeebus with $2 super chat says Mikey's not here, but you can still play his video.
Yes.
Absolutely. Ask
Yeah,
and thou
for
shalt
sure.
receive. This one's just for you, Mexican Iron Man. Score!
You're a very funny man, senor.
So you guys are like blowing up on the lists here.
Holy
I'm going to
shit.
try and get everybody's. I'm going
Talk
to try and get
about,
everybody. So
yeah.
please don't go anywhere if you think, well, he's not going to pick mine. I will. I will get
Yeah.
there.
You guys,
Man Squatch asks you, did
Hmm.
Krull age well or not? I can't tell because I have so much nostalgia for it.
and that's cool. You know, I mean, to be honest, I really don't remember a whole lot from that. I probably saw it once or twice when I was a kid, so my memory is very, very hazy on it. But if you want me to do some homework, I could go back and rewatch it and then get back to you.
I will answer that, Man Squatch. I think some of the special effects were absolutely revolutionary for the
Mhm.
time. I love when the Dark Knights get killed, when the Shadow Knights get killed, and they're all and you see the little things scramble out of their brains. There's some of that is absolutely great. Some of it didn't work, and you can tell what didn't work, but that doesn't mean it's not a good movie and that it's not something you should pass on to a future generation. I think Krull's one of those movies that it's like, no, you can watch that today. Yeah, there's some cheese to it a little bit, and there's some special effects that didn't work, but for the majority, that's a great movie. It's an absolutely great movie. Commando.
I remember enjoying it. Yeah, Commando. I eat green berets for breakfast. I eat green berets for breakfast, man. Yeah. And they taste like taco.
Great classic or
Oh, yeah.
rose tinted glasses?
Oh, that's a great classic. Come on. I mean,
Anything with Arnold,
oh,
you know?
yeah. I don't know. It's debatable because you'd probably have to go through his entire library. Off the top of my head, I could say probably anything with Arnold, especially in the 80s, because he was the action icon. I mean, he could do no wrong.
Until he started singing,
Until
you don't get no spending cash. You can watch a kitchen floor, but you ain't gonna rock and roll no more. Yakety yak, yakety yak. Don't talk back. Money.
I like twins.
Money. I didn't know you were there. She's like, oh my God, he's just in a towel. It's Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he's just in a towel. You've got little bumps all over you. Yeah, I just got out of the shower.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah. So a few others threw this out in chat, and I just want to hammer these out real quick. Terminator is probably one of the best sci-fi movies and love stories ever made. Because it is a love story. Don't get it wrong. Terminator 2, that was 91, but still it was right on the cusp there. And I still say that is probably man, it is probably one of the best, if not the best sequels ever made in history.
Do you remember American Ninja?
Oh,
and American Ninja 2, and American Ninja 3, and American Ninja 4. And then they did American Samurai. And that was pretty much the end of the,
God.
Yeah, American Ninja. Old ninja man, teach white boy how to be ninja.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, Pops with a good point down there. Red Heat and Raw Deal, yeah, those were probably the rose-colored glasses. But anything after that with Schwarzenegger, yeah, that was gold and money because he made his money. You guys are throwing out so much that I don't even remember. This is like a friggin'
Lost Boys.
Relearning my history. Lost Boys was friggin' good, man.
Lost Boys, original Lost Boys was
yeah.
Except for the part with the guy playing the saxophone on the beach, and you're like, wow, that's
Yeah, but saxophones were so 80s too, man. You had ballads with saxophones in it and shit. So that's an example of one of the things being one
Very
of
much
the
of its time.
of its time, but doesn't totally take away from
Like Van
the bigger
Damme's
picture.
Y cut, girly, very girly tank top.
Yeah. Well,
That
but I mean, think about this. Like when you look back at the hunks and the buff dudes that would go to the gym and shit, a lot of them, if they weren't shirtless, they were wearing horrible tank tops, or they were doing the thing where they would take a sweatshirt, cut the sleeves off, and for some reason cut the belly section off, so they'd just be sitting there in something like that. I don't know, still of its time. But
Roadhouse.
we don't judge him for it now. Roadhouse. Yeah.
Roadhouse.
You talk about another guy with
Patrick Swayze.
an absolutely flawless track record. Anything Patrick Swayze in, man, he was money.
Gremlins.
1 and 2. When
One
did 2
and
come
2.
out? Yeah,
2 might have
Gremlins
been
was great.
90s. 2 might have been 90s.
It might have been, yeah, but it was still good. But the original, yeah, for sure, man. And it was a lot more freaky than I remember it being when I was younger.
Oh yeah, Hellraiser 2 was trash. Absolutely.
Hellraiser 2 kind of sucked. The first one was cool, even though that did, for me anyway, have a little bit of cheese in it, but the practical effects and the psychological, torture that it puts you through, that was really cool.
Happy day to you. Happy dinosaur, buddy. Hope you were doing well. Beastmaster 2.
Beastmaster! Man, Scotch cries. Yeah. Back to the Future.
Dun 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 dun.
Audie, you're just not thinking fourth dimensionally. You know what? I loved all of them.
You've got to come back with me.
You've got to come back with me.
Back to the Future.
Yeah, Back to the Future 3 was a 90s thing. It was, again, right on the cusp, but I still say that is an awesome Western movie. But that first one, when you think about the entire studio just putting faith in this, giving Zemeckis one more chance and what they were up against, thinking if this doesn't work, this is probably going to kill our career. We'll never get another job again. And how successful it became and how well it still stands up all these years later. Yeah, absolutely.
Last Starfighter.
Oh God, that computer effects, not so great, but think about when that came out. It's still pretty damn good.
They practically invented
yeah.
CGI for that movie.
There was some friggin' risk involved with that.
Yeah.
And they did really good, again, considering what they were up against. And yeah, it was a great space adventure. And I'll tell you, that practical effect clone of the guy, I forget the main character's name, but when he goes off in space and they have the clone basically filling in for him at home, man, when that thing was being birthed and created, that was some freaky shit.
Clash of the Titans, stop motion. That was pretty much the end of stop motion animation for everybody wanted to do computer generated images.
Yeah. You can probably thank Jurassic Park for finally putting the nail in the coffin with that.
With stop motion?
Yeah.
They couldn't have done Jurassic Park and it been believable with stop motion.
No, because they were doing a lot of stop motion with the dinosaurs and stuff, and then all the guys at ILM were saying, well, here, why don't you check out this clip of a Tyrannosaurus skeleton we got going on? And then that was the end of that.
Someone says robot jocks, crash and burn, Commander. Crash and burn.
God,
Arwen Amelon, Clash of the Titans. We got Moons of Madness with Terminator. Undead Ramen, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. You couldn't do that today. You couldn't get away with that today.
Oh my God, no.
You couldn't get away with that. You couldn't get out of school. There would be so many roadblocks to trying to get away with something like that today.
Yeah. But that was oh my God. That was every kid's dream back then, just to be able to have a day like that.
Gordon's alive.
Gordon's alive.
Flash Gordon, Predator, The Hitcher, Stripes.
Yeah.
Let's talk Predator for a minute.
Let's talk Predator, because we've hammered it home.
We'll get to Gordon. Absolutely phenomenal action movie. That is the movie you test other alien horror sci-fi movies against. And even then, there's so many people that are like, oh my God, Prey's like so much better than the original Arnold Schwarzenegger's movie. No, it's not.
No,
I don't give a fuck what you say. I don't give a fuck what excuse you come up with. There's too much testosterone in Predator. No, there's not. In fact, there's not enough. When Billy turns around and Arnold's like, Billy, come on, let's go. And he's like, just carving a thing down his chest. I'm like, you dumb fucking idiot.
Yeah. I mean, let's look at it this way. You would think if there was enough testosterone, like these guys are the best of the best. They're the best squad to throw in there and do this. They're all buff dudes. I mean, some more so than others, but they're all specialists. They are the best of the best. They go in there and get their asses kicked. If they had enough testosterone, 5 or 6 of them would have just went in there and ripped this Predator to shreds. But the Predator fucks them up. And only one survived. Well, 2 survived. The woman survived too. But yeah, if they were over testosteronized, they would have won, no problem. But the point was this Predator goes in and it don't matter who you are. It beats the shit out of you and kills you.
Gun Bunny says Transformers, the movie. 1987. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, man. That was great. It was
great.
Absolutely.
The original animated movie. Yes.
Hell yeah.
You've got the touch. Dun, dun,
and the fact that they threw the word shit in there. I mean,
finish them off, Prime. Do it now.
Yeah.
Who are without mercy now plead for it, Megatron. I thought you were made of sterner stuff. It's over, Prime. Never. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
Yes, I can quote every fucking line.
Everything. That's what we do. That's what we do.
MB Geek, let's talk with $10 super chat. 1, Hellraiser. Back to the Future is the greatest trilogy of all time. My favorite of the 80s, Monster Squad. I knew all the monsters. Now Loki, run. Get to the chopper.
Get to the
chopper. Go. Get to the chopper. But I do not have that skull, my friends. Well. So, in honor of Mexican Iron Man, we will go all orange Fanta this morning. Skull! Wanna panta, don't you wanna panta, don't you wanna do wanna panta, don't you wanna panta, Mexican Iron Man wants a panta, don't you wanna do.
Hell
Hawaiian Mexican Iron Man drinking a panta.
Moons of Madness threw out another one I love, Bill and Ted from 89.
Loki, be thankful it wasn't Kenny G with a clarinet.
Oh,
yes.
God. Oh,
God helps us.
Yeah. But yeah, I love Bill and Ted and the way when they pick up Beethoven and Bill's just like, all right, come on, Beethoven. That shit was comedy gold.
That's right. That's right.
Beethoven.
Waterloo. Let's go to let's take him to Waterloo. His greatest defeat in history. We're gonna take you to Waterloo, dude.
Ziggy Piggy.
Ziggy Piggy. Strange things are afoot at the Circle K.
Oh my God, that was great.
Who wants to go to Circle K?
I would totally go to Circle K now. Dude, you read my mind. Oh, 6 months more. Too much testosterone, never experienced that.
That's
Good.
right.
Well, you've
Good
come
morning,
to the
6.
right place.
That's right.
No snorter poops. It was beef oven.
Beef oven?
Beef oven. That's
oven.
what he called Beethoven, because he was basically calling him like it was spelled. It was beef oven. All right, come on, beef oven.
So a lot of people have brought up Carpenter.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Everything Carpenter did in the 80s was gold.
Yeah.
From Big Trouble in Little China, The Thing, it all was absolute gold. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They Live. I remember not knowing anything about the person who made They Live and finding out later that They Live was Carpenter, and going, holy shit, really?
Yeah, it's funny because I think like you, I didn't find that out until afterwards when you start looking through his filmography and stuff. I mean,
That's right.
back in the
Let's
day,
see.
but you're thinking, you look at the back of the box on the VHS, it's like directed by John Carpenter. You're thinking, no shit. Oh my God. I am here to chew ass and kick bubble gum, and I am all out of ass.
So let's see what we got in the 80s. We've got The Thing.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Escape from New York. They Live. Big Trouble in Little China. Let's see if he's got anything else in the 80s. Halloween 2.
Halloween 2.
Halloween's not in the 80s. Halloween 79.
Yeah.
Or 78.
78.
The Fog.
The Fog. Yeah.
Christine.
Oh God, remember Christine? Holy shit. No, guys, Beeth Oven. Beeth. Like teeth, but Beeth Oven. Not beef oven. Oh my God. You guys, you're going dirty. But yeah, anyway, yeah. I don't remember.
Starman.
God, Starman. That was great. That was a great early Jeff Bridges movie too. That was
Yes,
was that
it was.
was that pre or post Tron?
I think that was after Tron.
Because Tron was what, 82?
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah. Beef Oven. Oh God, look what I've started. I'm sorry. Jeez. And I remember, Alien was 79, but 86 was when we had Aliens, probably again one of the best sequels ever made. Beef Oven. God, strange things are occurring in chat.
We can't throw out Alien because that was 70s, but Aliens.
But Aliens, we got
you
Aliens.
can put, see, this is the crazy thing about Aliens. You can put Aliens in a DVD player, in a Blu-ray, in a 4K. You can stick that sumbitch in there and watch it today. And that could have been made a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
A gritty action movie.
Mm-hmm.
A gritty, dark action movie. And no one's going to be able to tell you, well, that wasn't made the other day. You could have Ripley's hair however you fucking want it. It doesn't matter. It's not going to matter. She cuts it short. She could have had it. She could have kept it long. Really didn't matter. You can watch that movie today, and you could say maybe it was made in the 2000s. Maybe it was made in 2010, early 2010s. Maybe it was made in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how good Cameron used to be.
Yeah.
Is that movie could have been made anywhere over the last 40 years.
Easily. Yeah, because it was, why? Because it was all practical. Every single
thing was real.
Was practical. There were no friggin' computer tricks there. Everything was done by hand. That's what makes it good. That's what makes everything like that stand out. Yes, Tron was 82. Yes, that was another classic. That was an absolute
Starman
classic.
was 84.
Okay,
Thank
so
you,
Starman
Pops.
did come after. Yes, thank you, Pops.
Yep.
Saving our asses today. Right on.
Oh, yeah. I didn't think about that. Yeah. Okay, but that'd be the only part of the movie that really gives it away, is the bitch with the big shoulder pads. Yes.
Yeah. But I mean,
she looks like she's suiting up, getting ready to go play some football.
Yeah. But you know what? That's
found once on any single colony. Oh my God. A creature that gestates acid for blood. These are your words. Oh my God.
Yeah. But see, you mentioned the
Did
fashion
IQs
again.
just drop sharply while I was away? And she's like, bitch. It's a derelict spacecraft.
Yeah. And also smoking in a boardroom. That was
smoking in a boardroom. Smoking on a space station.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But I'd say if you talk about the shoulder pads again, that would be like a hairstyle. And you know what? It's about maybe for 40 years, people would be thinking,
Is zero roboting, or is that me?
I don't know. How am I sounding?
You sound fine now.
Okay.
But you were roboting really bad.
So, oh no.
I don't know if that was
Skynet taking over here.
Skynet, the Disney Channel was trying to take
Shit. Okay. Anyway, basically what I said was, the fashion and stuff like that, it could come back. So in a matter of years, maybe shoulder pads will be a thing again.
Yeah. Yeah. It takes a great deal of idiocy to be told there is this dangerous creature on this planet that killed my entire crew, had acid for blood, and was just an absolute monster. And then, 2 weeks later, Ripley, we lost contact with LD-426.
Yeah.
After we sent them out to find the ship,
Yeah.
Well, and I don't get it. Burke should have just been like, yeah, I sent them out to find it, and now we've lost contact with the whole colony.
Yeah. You know what I hated most about that whole entire scene when Burke and oh shit, what Gorman show up at her apartment, and Ripley's being a nice host. She offers them both coffee. This still pisses me off to this day. Neither one of those men even took a sip of the fucking coffee she gave them. Like, all right, go fuck yourselves. Get out.
Gorman just puts it down and is like, nope.
Yeah, like what an asshole. Oh, I might spill some on my uniform. Get the fuck out of here. You at least take a sip to fly. You at least take a sip to be courteous.
Ever since I found out about this, I always felt cheated. They give you the illusion that what's his name? The suit. Burke. They give you the illusion that Burke is killed. And that's not what happens. He is taken into the hive, and Ripley runs into him, aliened out to a wall, and he's impregnated with one of the aliens. And she hands him a grenade, pops the top on it, and gives it to him and says, "Here, do it yourself." And I always was, as soon as I found out about that scene, I was so fucking pissed that they did not include that in the movie. And they should have, because Burke was such a asshole. He's the reason why all of this happened. Ripley shows up. She tells her story. Burke sends Newt's family out to look for this thing. They come back with Newt's dad infected by the alien, the face huggers on him. This is what starts everything off. And he
gets an off-camera kill. Like,
he gets an off-camera kill. Why?
We were right there. It was so close.
So all they did was they cut this scene where Ripley passes them and he's like, "Help me, Ripley." And she hands him the grenade and she's like, "Help yourself," and walks off. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
That's fucking brilliant. And what?
Badass woman moment.
That's a badass woman moment. And they cut it.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, from a production standpoint, because I mean, when you watch James Cameron's director's cut, that's what, 2 hours and 37 minutes or something like that. It's a very long movie. I still prefer that version.
And they had to convince him to do that. So basically, this was not something Cameron wanted to do. He was like, "No, the movie's made. This is what you wanted. I'm done with this movie." And they said, "Look, we want you to let the fans of this movie that love this movie experience what you did with your this is 20 miles of bad road shit."
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what he explains at the beginning of the director's cut.
Yeah.
This is so many miles of bad road, and this is how we originally envisioned it. And it's a better movie, in my opinion.
Yeah, it fills in a lot more blanks. I mean, obviously with, finding out what happens to Ripley's daughter. Actually, fun trivia for you. When she's in the bed with Burke and he's saying, "Oh yeah, Amanda Ripley, McLaren, married name or whatever," that picture that Ripley was holding, that was actually a picture of Sigourney Weaver's mom. That was her actual mom. So for those that didn't know that, but yeah,
I think we all wanted a pulse rifle.
Yeah, oh hell yeah! Even the sound of it, I loved it. Love the weaponry because those were all practical weapons, you know.
That's right.
But man, we could talk about aliens all freaking day long, but there's so much more that we could get into. Holy shit. Everybody wanted a pulse rifle and a proton pack.
A proton pack. Okay, so
Hell
let's
yeah.
talk Ghostbusters real quick. Let's talk Ghostbusters. If we missed your guys', if we missed anybody's thing, throw it
Yeah,
out there
is-
and we'll.
You guys are just
RoboCop.
on
Yes.
fire. Yeah, RoboCop. Hell yeah.
RoboCop.
Man, you talk about a good Paul Verhoeven movie before he, you know, got more widely recognized for Starship Troopers and shit like that. Yeah, man. RoboCop was freaking gritty. Absolutely. And I loved every minute of it.
Oh yeah. Have you seen the extended cut? I tell you what, man, the 4K extended cut is absolutely insane. I love it. Some people are like, oh, but it only adds in more of this and that. Dude, when Homeboy gets shot and Ed 209 just doesn't stop, you know, in the original cut, he's like, no, it goes on for like a full 60 seconds. It's like, bah, 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 bah. And the motherfucker's just getting shredded and pieces are coming off of him. And you're like, damn.
Yeah. Again, from a production standpoint, I can kind of see maybe why they cut that one down, because we already saw Murphy basically just get blown to shit. So maybe they were thinking, do we really need another scene of this?
Well, they have an extended version of that too.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, studios, I guess they'll do whatever they want, but holy shit.
That explains what happens to Murphy's junk too.
Yeah.
Because it's like they take out Murphy's junk too, and you're like, oh shit, I didn't know about that.
Holy crap, but I'd still buy that for $1.
So it's like, God. Damn.
Jeez. And actually someone
Can you fly, Bobby?
Oh my god, you want to see Red Foreman basically just having fun? You think he was
dumbass?
You think he's bad for calling Eric a dumbass. He goes into dude's house and they're, you know, he's doing cocaine off their tits or whatever. He just walks in, just says, bitches leave.
Yeah, bitches leave. You're like, damn. Red's like,
Red's not fucking around.
What
now.
Eric doesn't know is Eric had an older brother that was doing lines and hanging out with bitches, and Red was like, bitches leave.
Yeah, and
you're done, boy.
He sniffs wine just to be an asshole. Real quick though, because someone
see you at the party, Richter.
Oh god, that was awesome. That was another Verhoeven movie, wasn't it? Yeah, totally. But that was, I think that was 90.
That was in the 90s. I'm pretty sure that was in the 90s.
But yeah, real quick, because someone threw this out a long while ago, many minutes ago. Cronenberg's The Fly with Jeff Goldblum.
Oh, I hate that fucking movie.
Really, you do?
I do.
For those of you that
he's a fucking moron in that movie. I like him smart.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I like him, you know, chaos-tician. And I like it when Goldblum's intelligent. I hate it when Goldblum's a moron. And Goldblum's a fucking moron in that movie.
Well, you know what, Loki? In the words of Goldblum, you're a fucking drag. You know, I enjoyed that movie because I found, you would think it would be disgusting and horrific, and it kind of was. But that movie was a lot more depressing than it had any right to be, because that was a real tragic story with a very tragic end. But Goldblum had his moments like, waiter, Jesus Christ. still a funny guy. But I could see, for those of you that don't like it, I could see why. I just personally enjoyed it.
Ramirez lied. It wasn't his woman. It was your woman. Happy Halloween, ladies. Yes, Highlander.
Yeah.
Better to burn in hell than to fade away. Yeah.
You just forget.
Lying on the floor next to his own severed head. A head which at this time has no name.
I know his name.
Oh God. Yeah.
Okay, so Queen gets hired to do the soundtrack for this movie, right?
Mhm.
And I guess they don't read the contract because there is a point in the movie. Sorry, I had to sneeze. There was a point in this movie where, and I didn't want to sneeze over the microphone, where they've got to sing New York, New York. Dun, 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 dun.
But I want to break free. Nope. Can't do that, guys.
So, they did not want to do this.
Clickety click.
And yeah, clickety click.
Loki's got his research going on.
So Freddie Mercury, I'm horrible with names in the morning. Freddie Mercury is like, fuck you, I don't want to do this song. And they're like, it's in the contract. You've got to do the song. So he does the song, and this is when they're coming up to the Silver Cup. And you hear the song playing. This song is not on any Queen album. This song is not that. There isn't even a soundtrack for this movie because Queen refused to do the soundtrack for this movie. They called it "It's a Kind of Magic" to avoid making it a soundtrack to this movie because Freddie was like, "No, fuck you. I hate this fucking song. I'm not putting it in any kind of soundtrack." Now, the movie, they made a big stink about the soundtrack for this movie, and Freddie's like, okay, I had the print for New York, New York in my safe with the rest, and my safe got broken into and they stole it. Never been heard from again. The only way you can hear their rendition of New York, New York is in Highlander. That is the only movie it's in. That is the only way to hear that song. It is not in anything else. You'll never catch it in anything else because Freddie Mercury was like, I hate this fucking song and I don't want to do it. And they're like, well, you're under contract to do this fucking song. So shut the fuck up and do the song. And he was like, fine. And they got it in the movie, but then he burned the masters and said they got stolen.
Yeah. Yeah, it was I mean, it still is today, but it was a dirty business back then too. Especially being a musician, because I mean, it's, it was more or less the same as what it is today, but nowadays I think you're exploited a little bit more than what you would have been back then. But it was still a whole contract dispute with artists and record labels and all that shit, because your record labels are going to get 90% of everything. You need to make your money by going on tour. Oh, wait. Oh, we got to pay venues to sponsor us and we got to pay these guys and these guys. So yeah, it's risky. So to get into a grudge match like that, whew, I mean, hats off to Freddie Mercury for standing his ground.
Oh yeah. And burning the master because he absolutely fucking hated it and didn't want to do it. He was like, nope, this is my way of being like, this fucking song's never going to see the light of day on any fucking album ever.
Yeah. And I agree, Snow Dub. That was some crazy shit. Like
when the fly pukes on the dude's hand and it melts, so cool. And then Soda says, "Go and tuck and roll,"
which actually is a cool segue because do you think they did that the same way that they melted dude's face in Raiders of the Lost Ark with the wax and the hot lamp?
It might be.
Yeah, it's crazy. So
it might be. Script Doctor, Queen soundtrack for Highlander and Flash Gordon are brilliant. I absolutely agree.
And Leia was asking how long an alien tongue is. I honestly have no idea. Are you referring to something else, or is it a legit alien tongue? Because those probably go back at least 9 or 10 inches. I
heard it's a $5 foot long.
I'd buy that for $5. Hell yeah. Oh my God. Oh, I had something else off the top of my head and I forgot what it was. Oh, God damn. Yeah. Someone mentioned Alec Baldwin. So I was thinking, who apparently has just been charged for shooting. Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice was 80s.
Yeah. Yeah. That was early comedic Michael Keaton.
Oh yeah, if I'm gonna get married, I always said I'd do it once.
Before
Yeah.
Batman, which was 89, so that falls into the category too. One of the best Batman movies ever. And Keaton, in my opinion, is still the best Batman.
Oh yeah.
And that's not looking at it through rose-tinted glasses. I just
No,
thought
I agree.
he was the best kind of character to play that, because he looked like the kind of guy who wanted to dress up just so he could be intimidating. But
Undead
yeah.
Ramen, I like Mr. Mom way better than Beetlejuice.
You know what? I probably like Beetlejuice a little bit better, but I adore Mr. Mom. Mr. Mom was hilarious.
So I agree. Yeah, Keaton was the best Batman. I know there are a lot of Christian Bale fans out there. Where was the other drugs in the teddy bear? But no, I'm
Swear to me.
Yeah. No,
Oh my God.
Keaton.
Where's Harvey? I'm not wearing hockey pads. I need my tea, guys. I still don't know who thought that was a good idea. But oh well. Hats off to Bale for sticking it through and
Well,
going with
okay.
it.
The thing here's the thing. This is what a lot of people don't know. If you watch I Am Legend, go back and watch I Am Legend. This was a WB movie. And in the city, when he's driving the Mustang, when he like slides to a stop and brakes, there is a Batman Superman emblem on the movie theater. This was not for Batman versus Superman that we get from Zack Snyder. This was before Zack Snyder. This was before the second Batman movie came out. This is before Dark Knight came out. The original idea was at the end of Dark Knight to have the president of the United States talking to someone. And when the camera pans, it's Superman. And Superman's going to go after Batman. So you were going to have like a Frank Miller type Batman Superman movie for the end of Christian Bale's Batman. He goes into retirement. He disappears. Superman never finds out who he is. And then Batman comes back and Superman has a throwdown with him. So that was the original idea for Bale's Batman. That was going to be the last movie, was bringing Superman into it. And they didn't do that. They didn't have a Superman. They didn't do that. They're what you get in that last in Dark Knight Rises are like 3 different movie ideas put into one movie. Yeah. And that's the most horrible thing they could have done to the Bale Batman was that last movie, because you've got 3 different ideas that were floating around that they tried to incorporate into one movie and it just doesn't fucking work.
Yeah.
Wolfgang Petersen's Batman and Superman. Thank you.
Yeah. Cycle Dwarf, Starship Troopers was 97, if I'm not mistaken. So a little bit outside the realm, but real quick, you talk about what didn't work. What personally for you did not work for the 80s?
Oh God.
What doesn't hold up for you? Okay,
there's some Seagal movies that I absolutely hate now that they used to think were like the bee's knees. Oh, these are great action movies. Believe it or not, and I know I'm gonna get some heat for this, but hear me out.
We will.
These special effects for the original Tron do not hold up today.
I could see that.
I think the story's great. The story's still great, but some of the special effects just don't hold up today. And you're like, yeah, I've got, you could go back to the gaming in the late 90s and you've got better graphics than the original Tron. That doesn't take anything away from the story.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it's aged.
Yeah.
It has aged.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the drawback when you start using things that are very much in their infancy, like computers. And, I mean, I will give them full credit for getting those artists in to do the rotoscope animation and everything that they did there. But yeah, obviously, when you look back at the computer stuff from back then, some of it's okay. Some of it obviously does not age very well at all, which kind of puts it in that little bracket frame of time there. So I mean,
and I wouldn't want them to redo it, and I wouldn't I wouldn't want them to redo the effects. I don't want a remastered Star Trek version, even though I love the remastered original series where
Mhm.
they've gone back in and you see a much cleaner, beautiful looking Enterprise than in the old original
Yeah.
cuts. I do like those. I really do. I think they're different. I like the fact that they have separated those
Mhm.
from the original series. You've got the original series and you've got the original series remastered. You can still watch both of them through, streaming services and shit. It's not like the remasters have completely taken over.
Yeah.
The CGI in Legacy, I think the Jeff Bridges, he looks fine until he talks.
Yeah. It took me a second there to realize what was going on when I actually found out that was a CG Jeff Bridges, because I was sitting there when the camera wasn't quite on his face in the opening when he's talking to his kid there. And I'm thinking, wow, they made him look young. That's some cool makeup. And then he started talking. I'm thinking, oh shit.
I used to love the American Ninja movies. I don't
Mhm.
think I could sit through an American Ninja movie today. I don't think I could. I haven't attempted it since the late 90s.
Yeah.
So the American Ninja and the American Samurai movies, there's some Claude Van Damme shit I cannot watch. I'm just like, no. And there's some movies that I can. I don't think I'll ever go back and watch Red Heat. That used to be one of my favorites as a kid.
Oh, what's all the powder coming to that dude's fake leg?
But I don't think I could ever. I don't think I'll go back. There's just no. And you can call this Tango and Cash. Tango, Cash,
Yeah.
Tango, Cash.
Yes.
I haven't watched that movie in probably 20 years,
Yeah.
so I don't know if I will. There's things that I love. There's movies that I love. I haven't watched Remo Williams. I used to love the Remo Williams. The Adventure Begins. Remo Williams.
Mhm.
I used to love that movie. I haven't watched it in 2 decades. Again, 20 years. Blue Thunder used to be a favorite of mine. I won't watch it now. I still watch all the Indiana Jones movies though. I just got done watching all the Karate Kid movies before I watched the last season of Cobra Kai again. I've rewatched Bond movies. I've rewatched James Bond movies over and over and over again. There's a series, there's like a kind of a movie series with Clint Eastwood called Any Which Way But Loose and Any Which Way You Can. Just watched those the other day.
Yeah. Yeah.
So some of the old movies, I have absolutely no problem. I could barely get through Kickboxer the other day. I was like, God, dude, this is so just like, he's like, look at me, I'm like a little ballerina. Oh, and I'm just like, God, dude, you're killing me, Jean-Claude, you're killing me. And then you get, Tom Poe, and I'm like, okay, Tom Poe is the only me and girl break you. And it's like, he breaks the back of his brother, and he's sitting there kicking the post. He's kicking the post like this. And I'm like, dude, you're killing me. You're killing me, Jean-Claude. You're killing me.
Yeah.
And your bad guys are better than you.
Yeah. No, Chris Persia, Crystal Skull doesn't count because that thankfully was not part of the 80s. All the other ones were great. I forget when did Last Crusade, was that 90 or was that late 80s?
That was late 80s. And script, Chuck Norris films, I can watch. MIA, I can watch a lot of the Chuck Norris films. And I'm fine because he's not doing what is the cringy shit
Yeah,
that some of these other guys are doing.
Yeah, back before, he was a living meme.
Why can I go back and watch Under Siege with Steven Seagal, but I can't go back and watch like the movie with the two twins that are like voodoo priests or whatever. It's just there's some stupid shit I just can't go back and watch and enjoy. And then there's stuff that I'm like, you know what? Even if it's cheesy, I like it like that. So
yeah,
the MIA movies though, absolutely fucking brilliant. I love that. I even like the movie. What is it? Sidekicks. I even like his Sidekick movie. So I'll still watch that. But I liked that kid back in the day.
Yeah. So there's good cheese and there's bad cheese. But it's like,
Right there, X-Wing brings up a great pick. 13th Warrior. Absolutely.
Yeah.
In the halls of Valhalla where the brave shall live forever. Yes, absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Ow.
We actually have a tapestry that has that whole prayer on it.
Oh, really? I've come to look at the tapestries.
The tapestries.
Yeah, that way to go, Harrison. Best Scottish accent ever. Or was he trying to be Irish? I don't know. Didn't matter too much. It's never too late to start talking with a phony Irish accent. Oh man, you guys were on fire today. You mentioned so much that I've actually completely forgot about. I'm probably gonna have to make a list and go back and rewatch a whole bunch of shit just to get caught up again. So, so I can decide for myself what was good cheese and what was bad.
What about you?
What does not hold up well today? Oh God. Off the top of my head, there were a few scenes in the original Ninja Turtles movie that do not hold up well at all. You know, seeing the actor's eyes through Donatello's mouth, or the one scene. I think you'd probably have to go back and watch this in the original aspect ratio, but the rooftop fight scene at the end when Splinter gets up there, you can totally see set pieces hanging above where the camera was not supposed to have them in frame. When the turtles are hiding in April's house, when her boss comes through for the first time, you can totally see a guy hiding behind her dinner table, trying not to be in shot. Yeah, examples like that. Whether it's simply just bad effects or blatant errors or anything like that, you can go to a lot of stuff, and things like that do not sit well. Like you, I agree. Some of the effects on Tron were pretty bad, but again, in my opinion, does not take away entirely from the film. I could still go watch Tron tomorrow and enjoy myself. Yeah, so there's a whole list of things that are cool and things that still aren't as good as it was back then. So it'd be a long list, but a few examples there for you for sure. TMNT was 90. Shit. Well, it was close enough, but you know what I'm trying to say. Okay, all right. In my defense, the animated series was out in the 80s, so there you go. Yeah. But yeah, so thank you for the suggestions and the corrections. We still have so much to learn here. And what is that? I want to look at that tapestry.
That is the green dragon. That has the Viking prayer on it. Lo, there do I see my father. Lo, there do I see my mother and my sisters and my brothers. Lo, there do I see the line of my people back to the beginning. Lo, they do call to me. They bid me take my place among them in the halls of Valhalla, where the brave may live forever.
Hell yeah. That's
with the green dragon on the sign.
Yeah, badass.
Yeah, and you can get it big.
Absolutely
You can get a
badass.
huge. You can get it bigger than the 51 by 60. You can get a huge one if that's what you want. X-Wing, that's sick as fuck.
I was just looking at that. Yeah, sick as fuck. Skull, brother, the badass. If you want to decorate a wall,
yeah. If you want to decorate a wall, I've got 4. I've got 4 of these. I've got this one. I've got the red dragon one. I've got the silver one, and I've got the black dragon. So I've got the Dagon fire dragon. And each one has different sayings on it, except for the OG. The original does not. The original just has the dragon on it. All the other ones, though, have a Valhalla message, like Light the Fires, Valhalla, or I believe the silver one is the one that has Glory is fleeting, except in Valhalla, which has been the most successful line of Valhalla gear we've sold. So.
Ow.
Guys, we are getting closer to Valhallacon. Valhallacon is just around the corner. I've gotten messages. I've got my plane ticket. I've got my room rented. I've got all this stuff, and I'm just so excited to get to see everybody and hang out with everybody. If you are going to be there Thursday, keep up to date with us on our Discord. If you're going to be there a day early, I know we're gonna get together at some point on Thursday and do like a dinner or something just to hang out. I don't know where we're gonna go yet, but if you're gonna be there a day early, let me know on Discord, and I will contact you and let everybody know where we're gonna be Thursday. Of course, Friday we're gonna be at Free Play Arcade Bar. Saturday, we're going to be at the convention, and we're going to have a special viewing of Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan at the Hilton, in their little convention room at the Hilton. And then Sunday, we're gonna go blow shit up with Mexican Iron Man. So
Ow.
I cannot
So
wait to see everybody.
Bring your Alf dolls.
Yeah, bring your Alf dolls to blow
He'll
up.
be cocked, locked, and ready to unload all over Alf's face.
So
Speaking
we
of
do
the
not
80s,
know. We
yeah,
do
there
not
was
know
no
if Alf is going to be there or not. We don't know if he's going to be there or not. There are rumors that he's gonna join forces with El Perro against Mexican Iron Man, but we don't know. We're not sure what's going to happen yet. So I know that El Perro has threatened to destroy Mexican Iron Man at Valhallacon. We've all threatened to Griswold El Perro, tie him to the bumper of a car and just be like, bye.
Yeah.
See ya. But I don't know what's going to happen. I have no idea. I'm not in on the info when it comes to what El Perro's going to do or what Mike's going to do to El Perro or what Alf is going to do if Alf does show up at Valhallacon. So
God, the suspense. Can you all feel it? Ooh,
I can feel it.
strange things are happening, man.
At the Circle K, man.
Oh, God. Man. Yeah. You guys were a ton of fun today. Thank you for all the great suggestions.
right.
That was crazy. You guys
And
are
Leia-
always on fire.
Leia Rose says El Perro will be Wendy's new hairdo.
Ouch.
She's going to shave El Perro's ass and
Ew.
send the ass hair to Wendy to help with Wendy's beard.
No way. That's disgusting. You women. You women.
Well, Leia hates Wendy.
But
Leia
why?
wants to eliminate Wendy because
Why?
Wendy likes you.
Again, what the hell have you gotten me into, man?
Oh,
And I was gonna be nice for the dating game and dress up and put a tie on, and now I'm
You
just doing it for
should. Leia's
I
defending
should.
your honor. Leia has been out here defending your honor
Well,
and
Thank
doesn't
you
want
for-
that skank bearded bitch Wendy to come after you.
oh, she wouldn't come after me. She would not get the chance. But
There you
yeah,
go.
well, thank you for trying to defend my honor. Yeah, I appreciate it. She's a freak. She's a very freaky whatever the hell that fat bearded bitch is. But yeah, again, real quick, thank you all to chat. Your suggestions and your chat was great. It was great to hang out with y'all again. Special thanks to Loki for bringing me on this morning for a
Thank you.
special non-Mexican version of Taco Tuesday.
And
I
it's
hope you
over.
yeah,
It's already over.
It's over already. But oh god, yeah, Babe with the Power. Yeah, real quick, Labyrinth, fucking classic,
Babe
dude.
with the power.
Yeah. So yeah,
Babe.
special thanks to everybody. Special thanks to Loki.
Super freak.
Always-
She's a super
always-
freak. Super
very
freak.
freaky
That's
girl.
what Wendy dances to at the 5-cent lap dance, whatever house of
Jeez.
woo.
Really?
woo-hoo.
Hold on. She only charges 5 cents for a lap dance.
Yeah, it's like 5 cents at the house of woo woo or whatever the fuck, wherever the fuck
Yeah.
Wendy works.
Well, still a ripoff. Game over, man. Game over.
Game over, man. Game
Wendy
over.
ain't getting none of this. Now come on, let's get nuts.
God help us. All right,
God.
guys, take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak friend enter. And if you're coming to Valhallacon, I cannot wait to see you guys next week. Have a great one. And I'll see you guys later tonight on Pops' show. And don't forget, Snowdub has a kick-ass Taco Tuesday tonight of his own. So, guys, don't miss that. Take care, everybody, and we'll see you next time.
69 Beef Oven.
videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.